Side-scrolling action RPGs have always been a minority. Platformer and shooter hybrids have always dominated the market, including Contra and Megaman. Legend of Dynasty hopes to change this, and it's doing a fairly decent job to get it done. With action-packed 2D gameplay with a unique and interesting anime-oriented art style, this game is a dime in a dozen, and should definitely be one of your options if you want to try out a new genre. Thing is, would it be something you'd have fun with? Legend of Dynasty is mostly a single-player experience, with its story being the focal point. It follows an anime-style storytelling, complete with semi-animated cutscenes with Japanese voice acting. The game is set in a heavily fictionalized Three Kingdoms period in China merged with fantasy elements. You'll take the mantle of an adventurer and encounter various characters in Chinese history with heavily altered and unique designs. Well hey, you don't get to encounter a blonde lady in ancient China and was sure that most warriors weren't bare-chested muscular men back in the day. Legend of Dynasty's controls are fairly straightforward. Two directional buttons, left and right, are situated on the left corner of the screen. Pressing any of the two buttons twice in quick succession will let you dash in that particular direction. The attack and skill buttons are on the right side of the screen. You can press the attack buttons and skill buttons together in quick succession to perform deadly combos that could quickly overwhelm enemies. Meanwhile, the defend button is on the upper right side of the screen, and it comes in handy when facing an overwhelming number of enemies. When you unlock other characters, you can switch using a button on the upper left side of the screen. Fights in Legend of Dynasty are a little hard to follow, with the action dominated by flashy skills and techniques which will definitely make it hard for you to say what is going on. Whenever you enter a level, you get to fight against several enemies, at least 7 per stage, and at times, just up against a single boss. The game gives you more rewards for finishing as early as possible. Taking your time will result into fewer gold and less experience. You will get to unlock story characters in Legend of Dynasty as you progress further into the game. Most of the characters are fully voiced with Japanese dub, and English sub, which adds to the overall experience and adds to the immersion. The anime art style is pleasant to look at regardless if you're a fan or not, and though it can get a little fanservice-y at times, it still gets high marks. With 135 glorious heroes and 675 gorgeous skills, the special swipe screen battle controls make you really feel the intensity of your attacks and your bone-crunching hits. Watch the unique heroes interact and develop their relationships to explosively increase their military might. Play the game and experience the 30-plus movie-level cutscenes that change as you progress through the story. Train in different story paths and make friends in the Bronze Sparrow Terrace. Real-time CV voice interaction. 375 sets of sleek fashion outfits at your fingertips. And 200-plus charming emoticons. Thou art the one chosen by destiny, thou shalt lead 135 heroes on a conquest in the Three Kingdoms. Ice, fire, incantations, 5 elements and the 8 trigrams, each hero has her own unique skills. Form parties of 3 and combine tactical combat operations to enjoy melee and magical battles. Do you feel your blood pumping yet? Upgrade and advance your heroes to make them transform in appearance and ability. How did Cao Cao become the strongest man in the Three Kingdoms? How did Liu Bei conquer his inner demons and become the paragon of righteousness? How did the military commanders develop the bonds? What happens to the heroes in their own stories? Adventure with the characters and witness the growth. Overall, Legend of Dynasty is for anyone who loves 2D action RPGs with zero to little learning curve. Thanks to its intuitive controls, it's a relatively stress-free experience. Meanwhile, its presentation elements are top-notch, making it feel like you're watching an entire series instead of just playing a game. It's a fantastic game that warrants a playthrough, and you would want to download and play it right away.
見える。見える。見える。見える。やっ見える。やっはっ見える。はっ見える。 見える。見える。見える。